women, all living in our own worlds, thinking that we're right when the fact of the matter is a closed mind is the mind of an idiot. Don't believe that's true? Well, open it.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Ready?
Now the NFL's leading rusher in 2021, Jonathan Taylor. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard line.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 37. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. You look at this Colt defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
A 1,000-yard rusher for the first time last year. This is Jamal Williams. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 10. Carr now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And it's taken in at the 9. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they...
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Anthony Richardson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. You look at this Colt defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
That was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Carr able to locate his running back, Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers. 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first down, Carr. Quick slant here to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They're going to run with Taysom Hill. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They run. It's Kamara. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So he needed one. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get a touchdown.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this one is we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Now Carr. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. In motion left goes Smith. Kamara up the middle. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Saints nothing.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. They run it again with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Again, this is Kamara. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
How many times do we hear that 3rd down may be the most important down in football, and there's no better example than what we just saw right there. Forced to scramble, knows where the first down marker is, dives for it, and gets it. What a big-time play, putting his body on the line to pick up a key first down.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
What a stand this would be if they can get the stop here, 3rd and goal. Williams is in. Touchdown, New Orleans.
And you think about starting this drive, you've just given up a long touchdown, and you're down 14-0 early. If you don't score here, there's a chance you might have to pack this one in before halftime. So that's a great response to go down the field and finish it with the touchdown run.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Colts 14, Saints 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Let's go. First and 10, Taylor now. And it pushes right forward to about the 32. 81 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. The Colts sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Richardson looking to throw. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
First and 10, it's Richardson. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Isaiah McKenzie, 33 yards. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile, because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Balled at the 26, 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd and 9. Now they'll throw with Carr. An injury timeout, and oh boy, that's the quarterback, Derek Carr, who's in some distress. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty. Here's Kamara trying to run for him. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down, it would appear. Yes, he does, by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Carr. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes you're fooled by...
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Isaiah McKenzie with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Juju Brents. And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Carr. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19s. Should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. In motion left is Thomas. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one little play and get my defense off the field.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you'll have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
And a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 3rd down, Winston. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He's got room at the 30, and they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 26. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming out.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
In motion right, Olave. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your...
And Winston lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
To throw is Winston. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And they run the option on 2nd down. Fighting through it, he's got space. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Ready. Play action. Now Richardson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 4. He doubled down. He wound up getting 8.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. On the option left, Richardson. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Richardson out of the shotgun. That's going to be taken in by Downs. Touchdown! Josh Downs, 33 yards. And the Colts are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit.
Touchdown, Colts! Alec Pierce, 27 yards. And the Colts have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run with the former Bill, Zach Moss. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Let's go. Here's 2nd and 7.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready?
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Ready?
And they'll hand off to Hull. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Defensively, with this lead in the 4th quarter, I guess you can allow a run of that magnitude.
You're right about that, but really the focus has got to be don't fall in love with the idea that you're getting big runs now. You're right. They're actually being allowed. They've got to think really hard about getting some chunk plays through the air, too.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. He'll buy some time right. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself. If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd down, Winston. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 51 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
From the red zone now, Winston. And they're going to get it. They bring it down to safe back at the 16-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack in the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Saints 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. They'll start by running the option to right, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Cougar 19.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
First and 10 at the 30.
Richardson to throw off play action. That's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throw out right, pulled in by Gans. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Ready?
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for